One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. To kick off to get things started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Quick handoff. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Guys, let's look big picture in Florida State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give is to Williams. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stop just inside the 25, will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and the first down. Coming off a 12-1 season in 2023, and last season was one of the biggest collapses in college football history for Mike Norvell and the Seminoles. And guys, they have to turn it around. And now, intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Simpson. That's reeled in. It's Hale. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his man. It's Williams. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration out front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Slips a one. They get enough push, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. The running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. That's caught. It's Robinson. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him. But they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Makes the catch. It's McCoy. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And into the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Noles! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Coming out with it, it's Hampton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Dances away. Unloads it left. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Man, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws for the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They punted away on fourth down. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Florida State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Flips it out on the screen. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rep.
Oh, out of space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little. And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Castellanos. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. He gets a block. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Off the play on first down, wants to throw. He wants to go deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Finds his tight end.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Turns it on in midfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Bring in the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking for a man. It's Russell. With the catch, it's Miller.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Simpson. Finding an escape route. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
That's not surprising. You're going for that every single time. 4th and inches in your opponent's territory. You're trying to get closer and closer to field goal range so you can pay this drive off by scoring points. Nice play call.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Wants to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Fights off a defender. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! They They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the Seminoles are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Got some room to run.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it called when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll go to the ground. Picks up the first down. Turning it on. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job on the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft
Throws for the end zone. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's McCoy. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 for the first down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of P's being... He's loose! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That did force the incompletion.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Noles will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Russell. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Tackled there by the defense. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Miller. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. Unloads it downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.